any relation to Jesse Owens, the track star
Oh, no.
in the 30s? No, okay. All right. Continue on, sorry.
Nope, you're good. And I only say white because of the picture that they show. Throughout the story, no one really said what his ethnicity was. I'm only going with white. So, he specifically asked for a room that faced the inner courtyard rather than facing toward the street. So, of course, people pick beachside or, street side. Doesn't matter. He carried no bags at all and was described as a husky young man with a cauliflower ear and a large scar on the side of his head. Which,
He's a wrestler. Okay.
most of them are the ones that get cauliflower ear.
Yeah, get hit in the ear, Okay.
Well, as the bellboys showed him to his room, the bellboy noticed that he took out a comb, a toothbrush, and some toothpaste from his coat pocket, and then placed it on the bathroom counter. That is literally all he had with him. And I guess the clothes on his back.
He was just butt naked with a coat on.
I mean, it could have been. Who knows?
Look at this bellboy. Okay, all right. I'll stop. Continue.
Does it look like I need clothes? No. No, then they both walked out the room, and the bellboy locked the door and gave the key to Roland. Roland then proceeded to leave the hotel for a bit, and later that day, a maid was sent to clean the room, and that's when she, of course, knocked on the door. Housekeeping. Whatever they say.
Is she Asian?
No,
Okay.
I don't know what she was.
All right.
So she could have been. Then Roland let her inside, and as she was cleaning, he told her to leave the door unlocked, as he was expecting a friend.
Can I just make something clear real quick? Now that I think about what I just said, I just want to state the reason I asked if she was Asian, not because all Asians are house cleaners. It's because of the way Daniel said house cleaning or housekeeping. Okay?
Housekeeping.
I just want to make that clear, all right?
Gosh, Aaron.
Sorry.
Fucking
Go
shut
ahead.
this shit down.
You're canceled.
Cancel. Now, the maid noticed that the shades were tightly drawn, with only one lamp providing illumination in the room. And for some reason, she said that he seemed nervous, which almost looked like he was afraid. But she's like, all right. He put on his coat and he left. Well, he proceeded to walk out the door, and he turned and looked at the maid again and was just like, hey, remember, leave the door unlocked. I'm expecting somebody. So, of course, the maid did all that, left the room unlocked. Around 4 p.m. that day, the maid again returned to Roland's room with fresh towels. And she noticed that the door was still unlocked from earlier. So, she knocked, and then as she proceeded into the room, she saw Owen laying in bed, completely clothed, but laying on top of the sheets,
Face down or facing up?
facing up.
Okay.
She said it seemed like he was sleeping, so she set the towels down near the bed, and that's when she noticed a note on the nightstand that read, Don, I will be back in 15 minutes. Wait. So she's like, okay, whatever, he's sleeping. I dropped the towels off, my ass is out of here. She then proceeded to leave the room and wouldn't go back to that room until the next morning. It would be around 10:30 a.m. Now that it's January 3rd, 10:30 a.m., so it's the next day, where she would head back to the room, of course, to do the morning routines of making the bed and, picking up the trash and all that. And the door was locked. She figured, oh, he must have left. So she used her master key to open the door, to which she found Owen, or Roland, whatever he wants to go by, sitting in the chair in the corner of the room with all the lights off, just sitting there.
Oh, what a complete weirdo.
Yep. All she heard him say was, okay, so the phone rang. As she walked in, the phone rang. Roland picked it up, and all she heard him say was, no, Don, I don't want to eat. I'm not hungry. I just had breakfast.
Now, when you say Dawn, do you mean D-A-W-N or D-O-N?
D-O-N.
D-O-N. Okay, so like a mafia boss, Dawn. Not like Dawn, a girl from the Middle East.
No, not
Middle East.
Dawn.
Jesus Christ.
Not Dawn, but Don.
Okay, Dawn.
Don.
Don Perignon.
That's right. Then after that, he went quiet for a little bit. Then again he said, no, I am not hungry. He then hung up the phone, then turned toward the maid and started asking her about her job, about being a maid, and then asked about the hotel. Supposedly, he complained about the prices of another hotel that he went to first compared to Hotel President, saying like the price difference, it was too high, so he came to this one. Yada yada. Just being, I guess, a loner, talking, trying to make conversation. Who knows? She answered politely, telling him, just talking to him casually, finished cleaning the room, and then she left. That is when she realized when she walked out that door, the door was locked from the outside. Back then, I'm guessing, is when those doors can only lock from one side, and there was no way to unlock the door from the other side. So when you're inside the room, the door doesn't lock. But when you walk out, you have to use a key to lock the door.
So somebody was running down the hallway locking doors.
Yeah, so someone had locked him in that room that morning.
Oh.
So she thought that was weird.
How did she get out?
The door was unlocked because she unlocked it already when she went in.
Oh.
So the door stays unlocked, and when you go out, you have to lock the door again.
Okay.
And this made sense when he kept telling the maid yesterday, don't lock the door. I'm expecting someone to come in.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, okay, that now makes sense. All right. Now moving on. So it wasn't until later that day the maid returned again to bring fresh towels like she did the day before. So it has like a routine. 10:30 a.m.-ish, she cleans the room, takes out all the dirty towels. Then later on, she comes back with fresh towels. She said when she arrived at the room and knocked, she heard two voices from inside the room this time. She announced that she had fresh towels. Then a loud, deep voice told her to leave and that they didn't need any towels because they had enough. So she's walking away confused as hell saying, I'm pretty sure I took all the towels in there. There shouldn't be any towels. But okay, whatever. Not gonna deal with it. Then now moving forward to that afternoon, this is like this is information that you need to keep in the back of your head right here. That's coming up.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with Roland at the time. But
All right.
it's like a timeline. Two more guests had shown up at the Hotel President. Separate occasions, separate times. One was a female named Jean Owen, but had no relation to him. She was there to meet her boyfriend for the day and decided to stay the night instead of driving all the way back home. So you know what she had planned. Just saying.
Oh, hell yeah.
She would check into room 1048, right beside Roland's room. She gave a statement to the police later on. I heard a lot of noise which sounded like it was on the same floor or the same area, and consisted largely of men and women talking loudly and cursing. When the noise continued, I was about to call the desk clerk, but decided not to. This was a statement that she gave later on, but figured it was worthwhile because that's what she heard that night when she checked in. The next guest wasn't really a guest. The bellboy described her as a commercial